All right, freshmen, let's talk. So, some announcements, some grade check-ins, and then we're being dismissed. Super short today. We're here Tuesday the 9th. It's super short, but make sure you're checking into your classes and that you're still getting into those content. We're taking attendance, folks. Trimester 3 does start on Thursday, but these are really advisory days. So your advisory is going to have lessons for you online so that you know the procedures and everything that you need to know to be ready for Monday. So it is super important that you are reading your announcements in your advisory and that you are going to any sessions that your teachers are hosting those days. Okay. Last day to turn in work. Let's talk about grades. If you currently have an A, a B, a C, or a P, congratulations. You are passing. You are safe. Okay. If you look at your grade book and you see an incomplete or an NC, that means you are in danger of losing credit for the course. So if you have an NC, you have until tomorrow to turn in some more assignments to bump you up to an incomplete. An incomplete is like the sweet spot where you get a couple more days to turn some work in because you're so close to passing and we really want you to pass. After Wednesday, though, the highest grade that you're going to be able to achieve is a P, but it's still passing. That's nice. But if you're sitting in the incomplete and you don't turn in any more work, you're going to go back to an NC and you will lose credit for the course. So it's really important that we jump this line as soon as possible and we get you into the passing range. That might be a little confusing, but basically NC is bad, P is good. Okay. Let's talk about some grades. So we did this prioritizing assignment back in January because I knew some of you were really struggling with turning your work in and how to do that. So if I opened up this prioritizing workshop, what we had was all of the assignments up until that point. Well, I've gone in and I've added some of our other assignments. So if you're looking at which assignment is the most points, that's the narrative assignment. The narrative assignment is worth the most points. It is the hardest assignment because it requires you to understand the plot of the story that you chose and to understand your character's actions and motivations and be able to talk like them in writing. Now, if narrative is not your jam, all is not lost. That is only 30 points out of a whole lot more than 30 points. So what you have here is you have Lamb to the Slaughter. If you read that one short story and complete those 3 assignments, these are Google Forms, so they're a little bit quicker and easier to get done. There's 60 points right there. Anthem is our most recent, and this is worth 120 points for this unit. This is what I would do if I were you. Is I would focus on Lamb to the Slaughter and Anthem because this is where you're going to get the most amount of points for your time. So what you want to do is this. You want to get into our content, Anthem, text and resources, and open up the audiobook. This audiobook, can you see that it's really small? It's an hour and 30 minutes. So if you press play and you listen to the audiobook, then you can pull up another tab that has the Google form and you can start answering the Google form questions as you're reading. So you can be listening to the text and completing the assignment at the same time. Let's say, you throw in a snack and a potty break in there, 2 hours. It'll take you 2 hours to get 120 points. That is a good payoff for time versus points. Okay. So that's what I would like to say is please prioritize your assignments. Please go with the suggestion that I'm giving you. Is to listen to the audiobook and complete the assignments as you're listening to the audiobook. If you are completing assignments super late in this game, I also want you to send me an email and say, hey, Mrs. Leggett, I did Land to the Slaughter, Characterization, and Irony. So I know exactly where to go back in and put those in. Okay? So you can do it. We're almost done, folks. This is your grade check-in. This is your encouragement. The kicker is your due date is Wednesday. And so if you've been ghosting my class for a while, it's biting you in the butt now. And I want to see you pass. The only way you're going to pass is to do the work. So please email me once you've done some of those assignments and do your best. The lowest grade that I give for an assignment that is fully completed is a 50%. If you half finish an assignment, the lowest grade you're going to get is a 50%. 50 is a whole lot easier to come back from than the 0. It's the zeros that are sitting in your grade book right now that are weighing your grade average down. So please try, get some work in, and then send me an email when you're done.